Okay, hi guys. Originally today I was going to film another one of my how many of X items can I crochet in a day. Like I've done how many granny squares can I crochet in a day, how many scrunchies can I crochet in a day, trying to knit a sweater in one day. And y'all eat those up every time, but if you watch them, you know they always end with me crocheting in bed until like 4 a.m. And I'm trying to embrace self-care and not making my own life way harder for myself. So what I'm going to do instead, I think I got this as a suggestion from one of y'all actually, is have a timer for when I'm actually crocheting and see how much I can crochet in 12 hours. Because then I can split it up over a few days and we can actually understand like how fast I crochet. Because in those like crochet one day videos, I still have to like make my meals, run errands, like set up the filming, talk. In terms of what we're going to be making, actually one of my own patterns, I'm trying to be better about promoting my own patterns. Now, if you watched my Korea video, oh, by the way, I moved. If you watched my previous videos, you know that we had a mouse infestation in our last building. So whatever that is a very temporary situation. I'm still figuring out my room. But yeah, I made this little balaclava and then I used the leftover yarn to make this little like skinny scarf that I tied into a bow. I got so many requests for a pattern that I ended up developing a pattern for like a bow bonnet. The official pattern name is the little Bo Peep bonnet, which is so cute. And then you just have this little thing that you can tie here. You can also make like a bonnet with little cords, or you can make like a really thick scarf and make it more like a hooded scarf style. It's a very adaptable pattern. Okay, that bow is kind of fucked, but you get the idea. I don't know, it's been a really cold winter in New York, so I feel like there'll be good gifts, or I might list some to sell. And I think it'll also be a good way to use up some yarn that I haven't gotten around to using. If you watch my yarn organizing video, you know like they used to be in these cubes. Unfortunately, my new room is smaller, so I can't display it anymore, so my yarn is all under my bed. But I pulled out some ones I think would work for this. I normally use a worsted weight yarn and a 6mm hook for this pattern, but it's like made to measure, so you can use any yarn. We have this mohair delight that I used for the scooty that I made for my grandma. I kind of want to try crocheting one of these and then brushing it for that like brushed mohair look. This jade yarn from Hobby is super pretty. I've been meaning to use up some of this beautiful color changing arcane of Fibreworks yarn. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna end up making a bunch of different like versions of the pattern, but I'm gonna start with this blue and just make like a true to form bow bonnet so I can show you how the pattern works up. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, this yarn is kind of thin. And you can use a thinner yarn, but it'll give you like a more floppy bonnet, and I like a more structured one. So maybe I'll double these up. And we're just gonna start by making a little rectangle for like the top of the bonnet. Oh, I guess I should set the timer now. Okay, here we go. Starting. Tell me why I literally had to take my cardigan off because I was like sweating. Anyway, we have our top rectangle square thing. That took us around 8 minutes. And then from here, we're gonna basically work like these 3 sides. Oh, you also might notice like my other bonnets all have ribbing and this one doesn't, but it's because I might brush this one with the mohair brush. Okay guys, I keep forgetting to start and stop the timer. I like made a yogurt bowl. My friend came over to pick up some stuff, but it's been 45 minutes almost. And you can see the like bonnet portion is done. So we have the sides and the back, and then I usually do a row or 2 in the front, just like for a border to clean up the edges. So if you wanted to do a normal bonnet, you would just attach the cords right now at the corner and you'd be done in under an hour. But I'm going to now make the skinny scarf portion that ties in the bow. Now, the more proper way to do the next step would be to use foundation stitches. It's like an alternative to working into a chain. So you could do foundation stitches all along here, work into the bottom of the bonnet, and then work more foundation stitches for the rest of the scarf. I'm not gonna lie, I use a chain and make a long strip and just seam it on. I'm just like not super in the habit of using foundation stitches. This is why, like I say, I'm not a super advanced crocheter technically. Like my technical skills are not that great. And speaking of leveling up my crochet skills, a resource I've been loving is Craftsy. They're also sponsoring today's video. They have over 2,000 courses, and unlike other platforms, they're solely focused on things like knitting, crochet, embroidery. So for example, if you wanted to learn how to do foundation stitches, or if you just want to seam the pieces together like me, Craftsy has really detailed courses on both those topics. But what I really love is they have courses that are so different from the tutorials you see on YouTube. So one that I already started is professional professional yarn dyeing at home. I have entertained the idea of starting my own yarn brand, so it's just something that I really want to learn more about. They also have a course on like textured crochet stitches. You'll probably notice I only use like the most basic stitches in my work, and I love how these give you a very different look. Like, it almost doesn't look like crochet at first glance. And then this class on crochet open work looks so sick. I have so many inspo pics saved that use this kind of open textile, and I've just never tried it because I couldn't figure out how to do it myself. A premium membership also comes with a ton of free crochet and knit patterns, and y'all are in luck. The first 1,000 people to click the link in my description get a full year premium membership for only $1.49. It's so worth it, I promise, but it is available to new members only. It's currently noon, and I'm gonna go meet up with my friend at a cafe in Manhattan, just so that I'm not like literally crocheting in my room all day. The weather is not good though. It's like freaking raining. I will bring this with me, but I guess I should bring another yarn in case I finish like the first bonnet. Okay, for the next one, I might use this petite wool from We Are Knitters. I love the colors, but I couldn't really see myself making like a wearable in this. I'm guessing like a full bow bonnet will take me like around an hour and a half. So let me bring a third yarn just in case. I might do this like sparkly gray one that I actually got in Mexico City. Mexico City vlog coming soon. And I feel like it'll give a kind of like cool chainmail look. I've been seeing a lot of like crochet chain headpieces where they actually crochet chain. I do kind of want to try that. Okay, I need to head out now. I guess I'll wear my green bonnet because I want to protect my hair and because it is kind of scarily matching the sweater that I'm wearing. I'm not going to tie the bow right now though. I don't care. I guess I need to pack some hooks, but I threw all the yarn in this leather tote. I have raved about this in multiple videos. Like, I first bought the cream one, but I also got the black one because I just love this. It's also like the only bag that will stay on my shoulder when I'm wearing a big coat. If you live somewhere cold, you know this problem where like your bag won't stay on your freaking shoulder when you're wearing like a thick jacket, but this has like a really thick strap, so it actually stays on and it holds so much. I have like 8 balls of yarn in here right now. I feel like I should put these hooks like in a bag or something instead of just chucking them in here. Oh wait, I forgot. What I also love about this bag is that it comes with this pouch. And so then I can, throw everything in here. I'm also realizing right now that I haven't unpacked the living room stuff, so I have no idea where my umbrella is. So that's an excellent development. But let's go. My bow bonnet cult off to get noodles, and it stopped raining, so it's actually kind of a beautiful day if you just ignore the fact the bottom of my pants are wet.
Moist.
No, they are more than moist. They are simply wet. It's insane. I can't believe. I love Chinatown. Where do we put the dipping sauce for those on the dumplings? Okay. I could throw out so much shit. Light work, no reaction. So good. Alright, y'all. I'm beginning to understand why in all my like 1-day challenge videos, I'm like, I got so much done less than I thought I would. It's 9 p.m. and the number of hours I've crocheted is, oh, well that says 1 hour because I accidentally reset the timer. It's been 4 hours. I crocheted 4 hours so far today. To be fair, today was like a little bit chaotic. I had to take care of some other stuff. So I have this one done, but I need to try and brush it with this mohair brush. It's gonna be my first time using it. And then I just finished this other one. This one I made more of like a hooded scarf style. I really did not know how this yarn was gonna work up. I was like kind of confused by the orange and black, but I think it's a cute speckled look. And then I placed the hood kind of like a third of the way down the scarf so that you can wrap it like this instead. Because when you put the hood in the middle of the scarf, you kind of like can only tie it or like put one side over your shoulder. I wish I could have made the scarf a little bit wider, but this is how much yarn I had left. I kind of slayed the yarn chicken, low-key. Also, guys, I'm still trying to figure out the lighting situation. There's like 2 bulbs missing from my ceiling lamp, and I don't know. I used to have like these insanely bright lights in my last room, you might remember. Okay, let me try and brush this guy. I'm so excited, but also scared. I'm really banking on this working. Like if you look, my join between the hood and the scarf part is like kind of cooked. I didn't really like do it that well because I was like, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna brush it all out. So it's like a plastic, it's like a plastic comb. And how do I do this so I can show you guys? Maybe I'll move the camera so you can see. Okay, I'm just gonna like kind of go at it. Oh, okay, I see why like the brush I tried to use last time didn't work. Like it needs to be a really kind of like pokey, abrasive brush because that's what will like really disturb the fibers. Also, this is like not gonna work as well as it does on like knit fabric because like knitting is more flat, you know, and this is a little bit more textured, but I still want to try and get that like fuzzy effect. It's kind of working. Okay, in this lighting, it kind of looks like I didn't do anything, but I'm just gonna brush the whole thing really aggressively. And then I think when I show it to you tomorrow in the daylight, you'll be able to tell a little bit more. I'm not gonna include the brushing time as part of the crochet time, only because it's like very therapeutic and I kind of just want to like take my time doing it. I don't want to rush. And then after this, I think the next thing I want to do is this like chainmail yarn. I think for this, like, I'm just going to do a bonnet that ties with the cords. I don't really see like a chainmail bow. That feels weird. I mean, this won't take me very long. I think I'm going to brush this, make this bonnet really quickly. That'll probably add up to like around 5 to 6 hours of crocheting for the day and go to bed. Because again, we are not staying up until an ungodly hour crocheting because we need to take care of our physical health to take care of our mental health. Okay, I'm gonna brush this now.
사랑한다고 말해줬다면 믿어줄 수 있겠니? 넌 오직 상처만 받고 있었지. 미안해 baby. 네가 없는 현실 너무나도 비참해. There's no one 너 같은 너만 고통받고 있는 게 아니야. 나도 아파 yeah baby. E-I-O-U means I love you and nothing else will do yeah. Baby I owe you, oh yes I do, an explanation baby.
Okay, good morning. This video has sunlight for literally the first time. And why did my straightener curls kind of eat today? I am in fact wearing the exact same outfit I wore yesterday, but the cardigan is a different color. I'm obsessed with these. I think they're called the Piper cardigan. I'll link them down below. Insane confession. I did in fact still end up staying up until 3:30 a.m. last night, but it's because I was like planning my podcast episode that I have to record today. Like that's what I stayed up doing that. I didn't stay up crocheting, but my sleep schedule is still cooked either way. So I brushed out this bonnet, and now that I'm looking at it in sunlight, you still kind of can see like the crochet rows and the crochet texture. It's definitely not as like completely fuzzy as you would get from a knit garment, but honestly it worked better than I thought it would, especially because I used like a kind of chunky yarn, and I cannot explain how much more obsessed with this I am now that it's fuzzy. Like I feel like it immediately just looks more like high end, and this one is definitely a little bit of like a looser fit, and I will say like I stretch it out. Like I think the process of brushing it does stretch it out a little bit, so this is looser, but I do kind of like, I think for the fuzzy I like it being a little bit more oversized. Okay, this one is not that exciting and you've already seen it, but this is like the scarf hood with all the ends woven in. I still wish the scarf portion was a little bit thicker, but whatever. It is what it is. And then for the gray one, I actually didn't finish it because, you know, it was 3:30 a.m. I said I was gonna do like a normal bonnet that ties under the chin. And I feel like I said that because, tangent, random, the first balaclava I ever made was a gray crochet balaclava that I made for my friend. And it was because he requested a gray one, but it was like kind of a meme because he looked so much like a knight wearing a helmet. And so I think that's why I was opposed to the idea of making a balaclava out of this gray. But it's for my friend Meg, and if you follow her, like her aesthetic is very like medieval gothic. Like when she says she wants a knight in shining armor, she literally wants a knight in shining armor. So I feel like we're kind of going for a knight look in this scenario. The reason I keep yanking on this is because like I was too lazy to redo it, but I kind of wish I made this lower. Like I want it to be more of like a cowl shawl vibe, but Meg's head is also a lot smaller than mine, so maybe it'll be fine. And my plan is to like keep doing increases and have this kind of be like, the word is escaping me. It'll be like a mini shawl sort of thing, collar. I need to record my podcast episode and I'm trying to figure out what to work on while I do that. Okay, I definitely want to do something with this pink and teal color combo. I think it's so cute. And I could make it striped and then also brush it out. And I've been obsessed with like striped mohair brushed things. So I'm really excited about that. But I don't feel like I should do a striped one while I'm recording because I like to choose something that's like extremely mindless. Okay, I do really want to use this yarn. And it is technically a worsted weight, but I don't know. I feel like it'll be a little bit too floppy for my taste. Okay, I just finished recording the episode and my pits are so freaking sweaty, not that you asked. I just like, I can't like eat or drink water or like change when I record these, and I just feel like so overstimulated by the end. I think it'll be out by the time this video is out. It's like my reflections after doing content full-time for a year, like whether I regret it, how it's going, etc. I don't know, I think I kind of cooked, so y'all should listen to it. But according to the timer, I crocheted for like a little over an hour. I don't think I actually did because I was like fighting for my life with this setup. In that so-called hour, I finished, well, I'm gonna have to do a few more rows, but I finished like the bonnet portion. And okay, I think I'm gonna go back and finish the like knight armor thing just so that that's done. I might go to a little cafe. Honestly, I have not explored my neighborhood at all. If you have any Fort Greene recs, please send them through. Because I also really don't feel like making myself lunch and I kind of want to go get like a cute little sandwich. I've been eating out too much, guys.
chút hơi ấm của anh. But that's enough, you're out of moves, it's over tonight. Mình đã có biết và buồn vui, đã có lúc mỗi cảnh mới quay. You and I, những ký ức khiến ta mệt nhoài, đã đến lúc buồn bờ vai. Why? You and I, please don't say you love me. You love me, 'cause I don't wanna love you no more.
Okay, day 2 of trying to figure out my nighttime filming setup. This looks like a freaking horror scene. I don't know what to do, guys. Is this any better? Like, this is freaking weird, because whatever. Anyway, tell me how it's literally like 10 p.m. right now. I lost track of time so aggressively, but I also was like, it can't be that late because the cafe is still open. They're open until 9 p.m., which is like insane. I mean, also amazing, like very good to know for the future. And it is fun to like go to new cafes, okay? Because I was definitely going to the same few spots in Williamsburg. Now, as you can see, I finished this one. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was envisioning like a proper scarf, like maybe even like double the width of this. But I ran out of yarn and I have more skeins of this, but I was like, do I really want to like go home and wind another skein just to make this scarf wider? But I'm probably going to sell this one. So as potential buyers, let me know in the comments if I should just suck it up and make the scarf part wider. Okay, and then this one, oh my gosh, I sent a selfie of me wearing it to Meg. And like, I'm wearing it with my blue sweater. Like, I look stupid. And she was like, you look so cool. You look so awesome. And I'm like, you just have a thing for nights, because no, I don't. Okay, so you can see now we have like a much lower, I can't say words. Let me take this coat off. This is like really blending into the coat. Wow, I am really giving medieval. Okay, and you can see like I increased so that it sort of spreads like this over the shoulders, but I'm like having a bit of a complex about the fact that I increased too much. I'm gonna leave it for now, and maybe before I give it to Meg, I will like increase it a little bit less, because I just don't like how it's sticking out. But it's cool, and I know like when she styles it, it's gonna look so freaking sick on her. I just think I look like a chump. Okay, I think I clocked like 3 hours at the cafe. This is becoming more and more of an approximation, but since I have 2 hours left, I think we can just wrap up with that like pink and green striped one. And I realized I haven't done a true bonnet, like where it just stops here and you add cords, and I want to have an example of that. So maybe I won't do a scarf portion, and then I can easily finish it in under 2 hours. Not relevant, or I guess kind of relevant, like I have these scrapes on my knuckles that have started to scab, and they're honestly kind of painful and annoying. Like, that's why I'm not wearing rings on these fingers. And the only logical explanation is I got them from brushing the bonnet last night, but like, I don't understand what could have scraped me. Maybe like the bristles? Okay, hi guys. It's actually 2 days later, which I was just not gonna tell you, but it's kind of obvious from the fact that I have a completely new set of nails. Look how sick they are. I loved my last set. It was like the Lunar New Year ones, and I got so many compliments on those. But I wanted something like a little bit darker in the winter color palette. So, slight issue that we faced. The pink yarn is 100% acrylic. I forget that because it's like one of those acrylic yarns that like simulates a mohair, but it's acrylic. So if I brush it, like nothing will happen. Also, guys, look how big these grapes are. Hand for scale, they're actually huge and they're so good. Anyway, I'm sad I couldn't do the green and pink, but the one other color of this mohair that I have is the cream, right? So I'm like, I guess I'll just do like a teal and white stripe. It's not speaking to me right now, but I'm telling myself that after I brush it out, I'll like it. Unclear if that's true. I actually really wish I had another color, because I saw a really cool striped bonnet the other day on TikTok where it was like 2 colors of stripes for the hood part and then 2 different color stripes for the scarf part. And I would love to do that, but well, I don't have the yarn. Okay, sorry. I'm like mentioning so many irrelevant things, but I just picked up this flavor of yerba mate that I've never had before. It's Peach Revival. It's, okay. It's not my favorite. I love yerba mate, but get their other flavors. This one is like, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's like a little bit watery tasting. Oh, and also I swear this is the last random thing I'm gonna bring up. Laneige just released this like Glaze Craze tinted lip serum, and they have this other lip product. This one, the Lip Glowy Balm, that I'm obsessed with. This is a mango one. It smells just like mangoes, but this is like the one product that will decrustify my lips in like under 10 minutes. So if I wake up with crusty lips, I can put this on, do the rest of my makeup, and then wipe it off, and my lips are like hydrated. So I feel like this is also gonna be a really hydrating formula, but it's like tinted, and I love this shade because you guys probably have noticed I like more of a brown kind of lip, and this is sort of like a light brown, and it, oh my god, literally smells like donuts. Okay, that's back to the bonnet. So I'll grab my phone, we'll get the timer running again, and I'll crank the rest of this out. You can see we have crazy ends because I'm changing color every row.
Making this pattern.
You did?
Yeah. Remember I asked you for it?
I don't know you started though.
But then I like kind of fucked up, so then I stopped. I like this one.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Slay, you can have it, well, tomorrow after I'm done filming.
Is this recording?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Hi guys. It's actually not the next day, it's 2 days later because yesterday I was struck by the flu, which everyone warned me this season was a bit diabolical and was going to destroy me, and it did in fact destroy me. My entire body hurt. My rib cage hurt. It hurt to breathe. I genuinely thought I needed to go to the ER at one point because I thought I was dying. But you can see here is our little striped one that we brushed. Again, it's like still very different from if you brush like a striped knit, but honestly I still like it a lot more than like the unbrushed one. I also like that it adds a little bit of volume. If you've watched my other videos, you know I normally hate these bonnets that tie under the neck because I feel like I look so much like a baby. Also, I like optionally have steps in the pattern to make like these bottom few rows a little bit tighter because especially for the style that ties under the neck, I like it to get a little bit like tighter as you get to the bottom because otherwise it looks like you have like no neck. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, this one's cute. And then I know I said I was going to stop after this one, but it worked up really fast and I still had like an hour left and I was like, I also just felt weird about only having 5. So I did make a 6th one. I mean, I know I mentioned like that I wanted to do the 2 different colors up here and 2 different colors down here. And then I kind of fixated on that. And I had a few colors of this chunky yarn where I literally only had like 1 ball, like it wasn't enough to make anything. With this one, the overall it's a little bit small because I didn't have that much yarn. Like the head part's a little small, and then the scarf part, I've been doing this. I think I'm just gonna block it because it is like a pretty chunky yarn, so I think I could, you know, like stretch it out pretty easily. This was kind of a sleeper one. I did not think I was gonna like it that much, but the color combo just reminds me of something you'd see in like a really cute, hip New York City store. Do you know what I mean? And it was so fast. It worked up in like less than an hour because I used like a 7mm hook. So I don't know. I mean, not that I can make any more of this. I don't have more yarn like this, but oh, that reminds me. All the yarn I use, I will link in the description down below in case you want to buy, in case you're curious. A lot of it's from Hobby. I do have a Hobby commission link, by the way. So if you are going to buy yarn from Hobby, please use my link. Yeah, I now have a weird number of bonnets. I already had 2 before this, and now I have 8 bonnets. This blue one, I am going to give to my roommate. She came in and tried them on and she said she wants this one. And then this one you already know is for my friend Meg. I think the other 4 I am probably gonna list to sell. Y'all know I normally don't sell my pieces just cause like, I don't finish them properly. Like the inside of all of these, you can still see like I wove the ends in, but they're very much still visible. I don't know, I get stressed about selling stuff because I'm like, oh, it has to be like indestructible and like made perfectly. But yeah, I'll put them on my site. Obviously the pattern is also on my site. Besides the like gray hood one, everything that you saw you can make using that same pattern. I really try and make my patterns very like customizable, adjustable, so you can get like a lot of different designs out of them. So you can do like the bonnet with the cords, the bonnet with like the bow, or like a more thick hooded scarf. It's all like the same methodology. I know I switched to this format of like 12 hours versus 1 day to make my life easier. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, I kind of feel like I made my life harder. Yeah, it's like a little masochistic to crochet for a whole day, but at least the ordeal was over with in a day, you know? Whereas like this kind of felt like I crocheted for 3 days. Obviously I didn't do that much crocheting per day, but I honestly might go back to the original format. It was like kind of nice to just like be one and done after the day is over, you know? I also could have made way more bonnets. This is like my issue with all my 1 day challenges. I try to pick something really straightforward that I can just crank out over and over again, but I don't actually like making the same thing over and over again. So I start reinventing the wheel and trying new stuff. Like this took up so much time because I was like undoing and redoing it a million times. So yeah, in theory, I could have made a lot more. I just can't pick a path and commit to it. I really need to go back to bed. I could hear my own voice echoing in my head. I don't know if that makes any sense, but thank you so much for watching. Reminder that you can get a basically almost free year of premium membership to Craftsy in the description down below. I promise you guys there's a bunch of really, really sick classes on there. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Love you.
You left me